What up? What up? What up, peeps? I'm on my mission. Well, it's not really a mission. It's like a, can you really make money off of YouTube? Like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's always interesting, like, to see. I mean, most of us always talk about, like, it's not worth it. You got a cannabis stream. You can't make money off of cannabis and blah, 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 blah. But there is workarounds. I mean, what it is, what I noticed is it seems to be, one, it's kind of weird because they'll monetize like all my shorts and I have no control over that. So I got to be careful what the shorts are. But they do, like, the money symbol is either red, which means you're not going to make no money off it, orange, or green. And what I noticed is green is good to go. Orange is what I noticed is it's questionable content where a lot of commercials or whatever you want to call it advertisers don't really want to be advertised on that type of content. But because there's YouTube Premium now, if the people that have YouTube Premium watches those, then you can make money off of those, but not off just regular, you know. So really, if you want to support my channel, the best way to do it, honestly, is the stickers and the super chats and stuff like that. The ad revenue part is really slow to try to make any kind of money at. But like I said, I mean, it's mostly, I mean, I've made money already. I mean, it ain't fucking nothing, but I can tell you right now, it's enough to buy a pack of smokes. You know, it's enough to, well, I was going to say hit the dollar menu at McDonald's, but there ain't no dollar menu no more. But I'm just, trying it out. See if, there's something, Good. Maybe not. Not that I'm like hard up and need the money or nothing like that. But let's just see what happens. Yeah. I'll try to, like, go by all the rules that they set, like, and just see what happens. Why not? What's up, Josh? What's up, Hayes? What's up, George? JB? Moth? What up, fellas? Yeah, I just thought I'd go live this morning, just for at least like an hour or so, just to shoot the shit a little bit. And I'll be honest, realistically, to have a channel, and if you want to be any kind of serious about it, like, I'm not real serious about it, but if you want to be serious at all about it, you got to stay relevant. How do you stay relevant? You got to post shit. You got to go live. You got to post your shorts. You got to post a video, at least something once a day. Or otherwise, with the algorithm, you will drop. Once you drop, you have to start all over again. Like, so we go live, shoot the shit with you guys, get my one little fucking algorithm for the day. Flad, what up, buddy? I'm not trying to get codes. I'm not trying to get all that shit. I like doing all that. I ain't trying to do all that. I mean, hitting the like and shit like that, the like button and shit's free. So that doesn't cost you nothing, but that does help the algorithm for anybody's channel. I mean, a quick fucking thumbs up, thumbs down, even a comment, like whatever. I mean, showing up for me is, I'm good with that, because it's about audience retention. How long can I keep your attention? Well, I know I have fucking ADHD, like adult ADHD, and fucking I'm scatterbraining all over the place. So I try to stay as a good audience participant when people are live, but sometimes I scroll around. And I mean, that's just what people do. It's all good. I'm not worried about all that. I just wanted to see if there's something to this, like there's different little different side things. I feel like YouTube can be used to steer people to a different platform that you might have that makes cash. But I mean, I'm not, like I say, I'm not really trying to, so hey, look at that. Somebody got gifted a fucking, right on. I appreciate you, buddy. Hunt's a good supporter of mine. I mean, not that everybody's good supporters, don't get me wrong, but Hunt's cool. He's down to fucking throw shit like that. I don't know. I don't know who got he gifted it. I don't know who got dang it. Now Unk's gonna make me start making membership videos. So that's the thing. I'm gonna probably, if I start getting more members, then I will be doing probably the whiteboard videos. Because I can't, I might be able to monetize the whiteboard videos if there's no plants in them. Because that's the thing. As soon as I show a plant, it's going to be heavily restricted. And so they might show it on premium, but more than likely not. So realistically, doing membership videos and getting members and stuff is going to be an easier way to add up to anything. PD, what up? If it starts going well, I don't mind doing giveaways and shit like that, but I'm not going to do it just to do it. I like y'all and stuff, but work goes into all that. I've got somebody I've got Athena. Like he told me, my rep told me straight up, if I'm ready to do giveaways, let him know, and he will send me stuff to give away to people. But I want to make sure I want to make sure it's serious. People are serious first. I don't. They got some nice shirts. They got nice hats, books. The handbooks are nice. All right. I'll be honest about the Athena. I personally think they super hard push on facility, right? Because I mean, let's be real, the facilities are buying the bulk of the nutrients. When the facility puts in a nutrient order, it's fucking an 18-wheeler's coming and delivering nutrients. When a home grower goes to buy nutrients, he's probably buying a couple jugs at a time. So, in my opinion, they push more towards growing like the facility. And I'm actually trying to work with them right now to become a home grow ambassador, which means I can help people that use Athena products at home, because using Athena products at home is different than using them in a facility. Most people will, in a facility, they got to use cleanse, they got to use this kind of stuff because they're got to be super sterile, and they're all using drip lines and dosatrons and things like that they need the cleanse to run through the lines to help keep the lines clean. At home, just hand watering, you don't need to do that. Just like at home, using tap water, things like that, they don't talk about that. They always assume that you're using RO water. So when they give you their recipe, it's with RO water. So if you use tap water, that recipe is going to be completely different. So, I mean, I'm trying to work with them to get them to understand, like, because they told me, said, oh, well, if people need help, they could just call my 1-800 number. And I said, and you're going to tell them how to grow like a facility, right? Well, they were like, well, yeah, because it's growing. And I said, yeah, but it's not the same. It's not the same. So I'm working on them on that. But we'll see what happens. But I can already get products to give away. I haven't been all that serious about it. Outlaw Nancy Papa, what up, brother? How you feeling? Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing good, buddy. 22 people here. Good morning. Salutes on this Sunday morning. Cheers. I understand what Josh Umbrella's trying to do. I just think it's a lot for indoors. You get another one? Dang, Unc. Who's getting... I can't see who's got the... I appreciate you, Dunk. Dunk's gonna do this, and everybody's gonna be like, well, see, he's started making money. I'm gonna do it too. I mean, like I said, I'm not trying to do it for anything other than let's just see. Help me find out if it's really, I mean, hey, you want to support the channel? You want to see where the channel goes? And, I mean, I can tell you this. There are thoughts of certain things happening. Like I've been in talks with people behind the scenes about doing some stuff. I just got to see if people are engaged enough in doing all this to do anything. Like possibly a whole podcast. I know behind the scenes we're working on getting a event / gathering for next year. Yeah, it's a lot of work, Josh, and I just the thing that really gets me, I'll be honest with you, Josh, is the bugs. I mean, I understand there's good bugs, there's bad bugs, but me personally, I just try to keep the bugs out of the house. When I think of uh, outdoors is magic, right? Like there's reasons why it's magic. Does it have its issues? Absolutely. Do we grow indoors? Do we try to replicate outdoors indoors? Yes. But what are we also doing? We're also trying to get rid of the problems that we have outdoors. So we want the benefits of outdoor, other than sunlight, because that's just never going to happen. But the benefits of growing like outdoor, but without all the problems. And I just feel like living soil, rotting fruit, things like that just create more issues indoors. Like if I was going to do all that, I would just do it outdoors. And then I could grow fucking monster plants. Indoors, I'd like to control it. I think of it like, in my opinion, indoors is real medicine. Outdoors is not. And why is outdoor not real medicine? Because there's too many factors. It's not sterile. The pharmacist doesn't make your medicine outside. They do it in a very sterile environment. A lot of those laboratories don't even have windows, because they don't want dust. They don't want, they're very sterile. So, in my thought, it's like, it's not sterile outside. There's too many problems: mold, dirt, bird shit, bugs, all that shit outdoors. And to me, you can't make real medicine like that. So for me, indoors is real medicine. So I'm trying to keep away from the bugs, the dirt, all that stuff. I mean, not to say that, if people want to do it, they can do it. But not to say you can't do it and it doesn't work. But for me, just indoors is. Damn, PD. No, you didn't, girl. I appreciate you. I appreciate all you guys. I'd like to talk to you about it, though, Josh. I'd like to get your input a little bit. I'm not saying what you're doing is wrong. Yeah, see, you're going against everything you were taught. How do you feel about that, though? Honestly, like, do you, what's your thoughts now? You're about ready to harvest. Do you think that you got what better than what you can do using, say, just cocoa and synthetics? Or is it looking like, it's hard to say because you haven't hung it or smoked it or nothing like that either, but and I really appreciate you. You guys are going to make me do fucking membership videos now. That's okay. That's okay. In the membership videos, see, I don't have to monetize those. So they're only for the members. So therefore, it can be, as far as I understand, it can be cannabis related. Okay. It may take you a few times doing it just to get a good, good understanding. And I know with living soil, it takes time. It's supposed to get better with age. So that's the only thing. I'll be honest with you, with the super soils and the amended soils and things like that. For me, honestly, I do it outside, and the reason for that is I'll go fall time. In the fall, when it hits fall time, I'll go out and I'll mend the garden bed, right? And then I'll add, I'll do my lasagna check. Fall time, there's a lot of leaves on the ground. Well, the leaves that are brown is carbon. So I'll layer the carbon with green material, grass clippings, stuff that's green, carbon, green, carbon, green, carbon. And I will cover the whole garden bed like that. And you leave it over winter. You let that overwinter, right? So that way, comes springtime, that stuff's just thriving and ready to go. I would never go out at springtime, amend my bed, and want to start planting it right away. Because it takes time for everything to break down, compost, things like that, to get all those good fucking things working together. It takes time. And so from fall time to springtime, yeah, it's colder outside, but things still break down because when things compost, it heats up. So with that stuff composted in your bed, even in the wintertime, it's still composting down. It's still heating up. Things are still going on. You notice you get snow, and with a good composted pile or bed or whatever you want to call it, you'll notice that the snow melts. It doesn't stay as, because it's warm, because that stuff's cooking, heating up. It's doing what it needs to do through the wintertime. It's getting all the moisture it needs. It's getting all the, it's working. Absolutely, Nancy. What are you using outdoors, Nancy, for your tomatoes? What are you top dressing with? I mean, I like the concept of the umbrella trellis because for so many years we always thought, God, it'd be nice to have just a single trellis that you can put on a single plant that way you can still move the plant around, right? The only problem I have with the trellis, the umbrella trellis, is really the holes are huge. Like I try to get a bud in every trellis hole. And so when you got, I don't know how big those holes are, but when you're getting like 6, 8-inch holes, I mean, you almost have to put 2 or 3 in each one. And when you do that, they start clapping with each other. They start whacking each other and so, I mean, if the holes were smaller, they were like, I like a 3.5-inch hole. I mean, I'd be down to try it. Because realistically, you could probably do like, I don't know though, because once I get my plants into flower and they're set, a lot of people are like, I don't like to use a trellis because I can't move nothing around and blah, blah, blah. And with the singles, you can move stuff around. But normally when I'm in flower and I got and the tent's full, it's full. Everything's set in its place. It's all growing, found its space, to grow up. But I don't want to move it around. I just leave it. Uncle Doug. Diane. Appreciate you, Doc. I appreciate you guys. Hey, you pound that fucking support button. Hell yeah. Little English Muppet. That's $900. No. I'll have you know. Look, I'm trying to get away from the whole. I mean, look, PKR, those guys are always going to be my boys. Look, right? And just for me, I'm not. I'd rather be more. I mean, I'm more about the plants. That's what I came to YouTube for. And I got, I got discouraged from that because of the fact that there's so many people out here that just don't know yet. They haven't seen it. They just don't know, but they want to be teachers. I understand that everybody wants to help each other, but I mean, not everybody's in that place. Not everybody's meant to be a teacher. Not everybody's meant to be a grower. Like, not everybody's meant to do everything, Like, that's the thing. I think people need to find what they're good at because you're good at something. You're good at something. Find what you're good at and stick with it. And I know I was talking about this on, I think it was Instagram yesterday. Like, And people didn't understand when I'm like, well, once you figure out how to grow a certain way and you do that and you're winning and you're knocking it out of the park, you shouldn't change it. You should, that's you figured it out. You figured out what works for you and your environment, your space. Keep doing that. If you want to experiment, because I know people like to experiment, they like to do their little bonsais, they like to do their main lines or whatever they want to do. Try doing that. Do that in a different space. Don't take up your main space to do that, because if you go in and you experiment in your main grow space and it doesn't work, you just set yourself behind months as far as medicine. What up, girl? Yeah, bachelor in weed, right? Right. And I'm also working on that. I wasn't going to say anything, but I am trying to figure out and work out how I can actually do a course. I want to do a course on growing, but I feel like it's hokey if you're not getting anything. So I'm trying to work with the agriculture department on teaching people how to grow hemp to where they can actually get a certification at the end. Hey, that's fine. Look, I'm not the greatest joint roller either. And Smelly maybe. I said Smelly. Yeah, Smelly made me these aluminum rods. I had them make me an 8 millimeter, a 10 millimeter, and a 12 millimeter. So I can just roll the paper right around the cylinder, I make if I can make, roll it right around, lick it, stick it, put the filter in, pull it out, and then pack it. So I can make all my, so I don't have to buy cones all the time. I can then smoke, anywhere from 1.5 grams to 3.5 gram joints. And it's super easy that way. Yeah, I don't have wrenches right now, Umbrella, and the only reason why is when I had wrenches, I had super wrenched a couple people, and they went through and they just started blocking people. There was somebody that went through and just was blocking people, and it doesn't tell you that unless somebody messaged you and said, "Hey, what did I get blocked for?" You don't even know unless you're looking constantly. So as of right now, that's the only reason why I don't have. Yeah, I mean, like there was somebody I had a falling out with. I'm not going to mention any names, but they had a super wrench, and so I mean, I can wrench people up. I guess I just have to really watch. I mean, it's weird though because you never know on YouTube. Like you'll think you're all cool with somebody and everything's all good and fine, and then you find out that, whoa, like what the fuck? The person just seems to throw you for a loop. Morning. Yeah, it is a strange space. And I got caught up in it. I'll be honest, I got caught up in it. I was out here fucking commenting and saying shit that, I really didn't need to say. I mean, sometimes I realize, I can be part of the problem, you know. After, I'll be honest with you, after Big Time passed away, after, other people have gotten hurt, I've got other people in my real life that have really been, like, life is too short to sit around here and fuck with people on the internet or make comments to people on the internet. Like, I don't, there's different lanes. And I figured that out going to the event. It was real eye opener. Like, there's definitely different levels to the game. I mean, people, they're cool with just growing mediocre, making friends, making content, and that's, hey, that's the space they choose to be in. That's cool. What up, creative? Thanks, buddy. So I just got it. For me, I have to stop. I just have to stop all that crap. Like, I would rather pick a couple. Like, somebody wants to email me and don't mind being on a show. They want to email me. We can do a show focused on their growth, the goods, the bads, what you can do to fix it, what you can do better next time. If people are into that, I'd be more into doing that rather than searching for somebody's garden, finding a random garden, and then shitting on it. Like, I don't want to do that. I did that long enough now. My time of doing that is over. I want to actually help people. Because again, I'm still hearing so many people that are growing and they're still having to go to the dispensary. So that means I feel that the good growers, maybe we're not 100% doing our job. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what it is. The good growers seem to get kicked to the side. And I want people to do good. I want you to stop buying weed. Sure, you might go to the dispo every now and again as a grower, just to try something different, just to try something to be able to compare it to what you're doing. Or you may go there and get edibles, or you may go there and get dabs, whatnot. But I want to help people not have to. Like, we've gotten to the point where we got dispos, so they're not having to go and buy it on the streets like back in the day. I don't know if people remember waiting in the parking lot at midnight. Dude's supposed to be there an hour ago. Like, we're not having to do that anymore. So that's a good thing. But the next step is to not have to buy weed from the dispo, and it's so much better because you get fresher weed, you know what's in it, and the pride that it gives you to grow your own is, it's like, I don't know if anybody remembers the first time they grew a tomato. The excitement you got when you seen that tomato, you're like, oh my God, this is going to be the best tomato. And you tasted that tomato and you were like, holy God, how come I haven't been growing my own all along? Like, that's the feeling you should get with your medicine as well. Oh shit, who did that? Oh, dang, bro. I appreciate you. I do. Wow. That's really cool. I mean, and I'm human. I get discouraged. I get to where I'm like, man, everything I'm trying to do and people I try to help, I just get so frustrated. I'm like, oh, but I just feel like I can't give up. I want to help people. I know I say it a lot, like, I give up. I don't want to do nothing. I ain't helping nobody, blah, blah, blah. That's just frustration. We all get frustrated. I get frustrated. I'm not going to, you'll see me as a real person, right? I'm not going to be like, and then act a certain way online, and then, behind the scenes, and then act a certain way online. Like, I can't do that. Like my brain doesn't work like that. Some people are able to make up a whole different, make themselves into be a completely different person online. I don't know how to do that. I don't know. I guess you can just lie your way through it, but I just don't feel like, again, that does anybody a service, And I always bring up the example. When you claim certain numbers, hey, there's Canada. When you claim certain numbers for your yield, and everybody's all, yay, good job, you did better, and you're not being honest, say, we're going to use a pound. Okay? If you claim and you tell everybody you got a pound and you didn't get a pound, not only do you feel that inside yourself, you're like, you're not being honest, and you got those weird feelings because maybe you don't. Maybe you're okay with doing that kind of stuff. But most people are going to be like, they're going to have that little bit of, knowing that they're not being honest with people. But here's the kicker. When you do get that pound, finally, and it's the real pound, and you're super excited because now you really did hit it, and you're excited inside, you can't be excited anywhere else because you already told everybody that you got a pound. So how can you share that excitement that you really have when you already did it? You already told everybody. I mean, that's the tough thing. You're better off being honest and seeing how you can do better and move forward. I mean, that's the only way we're going to get better. Is we've got to weed out. Well, it's not even really weed out. We've got to get the people that aren't ready to teach yet to understand you're just not there yet. When somebody asks you a question and you don't know the information, just tell the person, I'm not sure. Refer them to somebody who does know the information, because that is community. You really want to help that person out. Like if somebody came to me and asked me about hydro, I'm going to tell them to go talk to New York John, right? Because he's the best I've seen on YouTube doing hydro. I haven't seen anybody do better than that. I'm not going to refer you over to Hydro Hybrid. I'm not going to do it. He does hydro, and he does sip buckets. He does all these things. He's been around a long time. He was the first guy I started watching 12 years ago. He was doing good. For whatever reason, he got sponsors and he got all hooked up with Spider Farmer. And in my opinion, he's not that good anymore. What he's trying to teach people is he's trying to teach you to go buy equipment. He's no longer really trying to teach you about the plant. Mm-hmm. And I don't want to call people liar, though, right, Josh? I mean, because that brings up everybody's defenses right away. Your defenses instantly jump. You put the wall up, you're ready to fucking fight someone calling you a liar. So just, I like to say, stop being dishonest to yourself, right? To yourself. Because you really don't know these people out here on the internet. You don't know who's behind the scenes not talking. People call them lurkers. I appreciate the people that are in the background. You're only being dishonest to yourself. Because at the end of the day, everybody turns their internet off. And guess what? You're there by yourself. You're the one in your garden. You're the one taking care of it. You're the one that either is going to have the good feelings or the bad feelings. And you can go either way with that. You can build a channel off of deception, being dishonest, and things like that if you want. But it's only a matter of time people will start seeing it and they'll start steering away from you. And some may be upset because the information you were giving, because you weren't ready to teach it, messed them up as a new grower. And now they might resent you. They might go online and start saying stuff about you. You know, if that's, I mean, that's what comes with dishonesty, though. That's just what comes with dishonesty. You know, it's only a matter of time. It comes around and somehow bites you in the ass. Yeah. I mean, and that's lying to yourself, right, Josh? I mean, think about that. I couldn't imagine. Like when you finally hit that pound, you hit 1.5 pounds, and you're like, oh my God, you're so excited. Yeah, I made the pound club, you know, like fucking back in the day, it was a big thing to make the pound club. For some reason nowadays, everybody's hitting a pound. And I have to call BS. I have to call BS on it. I mean, 1 pound of dry weed is a lot of weed. That's quite a bit of weed, you know? So, I mean, it's hard to guesstimate, you know, honestly, through a video on, you know, I'm looking through my phone, through your phone, through the internet, like, but I have a pretty good idea of how much, you know, you can't always narrow it down to the T, you know, just looking at somebody's garden because you can't tell the density, you really can't tell that, you know, but if you're in a tent, I can pretty much guesstimate how much you're going to pull out of your tent by how full the tent is. You know, like for me, I get 2x4 tents that they get so full, everything's falling out of it. You know, like, you know, the pound is going to be there. But if you look in a garden and there's just a bunch of spears, but there's a lot of empty space. Like you can have like spears in between the spears, in between all this, you know, like, you know, when there's that much space that's open in a tent, that it's just not there. I mean, and then when you grab the bud and it's a super small bud at the top and you're about ready to harvest, and I know you're going to lose 3/4 of that to water weight. I mean, I know the pound's not there, and I'm not trying to bust your balls. I'm just saying, let's be a little more honest with people and let's get better. Let's become better growers. And the only way you're going to do that is you can't be dishonest to yourself. And that's all you're doing is being dishonest to yourself. Because do you really think that Joe Blow down the fucking Mississippi or Alabama or Illinois or Detroit or anywhere, you think those guys really care at the end of the day how much you pulled? I mean, they're not smoking it. They're not fucking with it. They're not doing anything with it. I mean, so it's you. You have to be honest with yourself. And that's the only way that you become a better person. Well, I mean, yeah, that's a good guesstimation, like 4 turkey bags. But I mean, sometimes you get density. Sometimes, you know, I've done that before. I've done it both ways. Just guessing, like, oh yeah, it's got to be about 1 pound, you know, or that's not quite 1 pound. And then you actually trim it all up, you get it all done, you weigh it all up, you're like, whoa, what the fuck? It's either more or less than what you think it is. Well, I mean, it's hard to claim a number though, just off your feelings, right? Like, I feel like I'm at 100%, but I could go to the doctor and they're like, ooh, you're not that healthy. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, you can feel however you want, you know. That's kind of the problem nowadays in society. Everybody feeling a certain way about everything. And it's not, you know, people aren't trying to be mean all the time. They're just trying to, you know, a lot of people are trying to help. Some people are trolls. But you got to realize that too. They're just that. They're just trolls just trolling around. Just, in my opinion, not all trolls are bad trolls. Busting your balls nowadays is pretty much like, oh, I'm just trolling you. At least that's what they say. Like, hey, I'm busting your balls. I'm just trolling you. Like, why are you getting so mad? Like, at the end of the day, who cares? It's the internet. It's the internet. People pulling up and shooting each other and fighting. Like, holy cow. Like, are we for real? Like, is this, I mean, all the years of growing up and everything you learned to be the age that you are now, do you think that's really what you should be doing? Worrying about what some guy thinks about you on the internet to the point that, they're going to pull up. Because you got to remember, these people can't see you face to face. They can't just punch you right in the face, right? So their punch to your face is saying what they think that they can get to you the most, right? If they think that talking about your wife or your kids is going to get to your goat the best that they can do, that's what they're going to do. And at the end of the day, you got to remember, though, they know nothing about you in real life. They know nothing about your children. They know nothing about your kids. That's why I feel like most of the personal shit that people put online, you should stop that. You really should, because all you do is give ammo to certain people that want to troll. I mean, and if you don't mind it, then that's the way it goes. He's, Triple T, he can't say that he's had it with trolls because, in my opinion, he's trolled people. Like, you don't think pulling up in somebody's town yelling at through a megaphone isn't trolling? Then I don't know what your definition of trolling is. Like, you drive out of your way to go to a whole different state to drive around with a megaphone. I mean, so that's the funny thing, right? Hey, I'm getting tired of trolls, but you're trolling people. Like, maybe he learned his lesson from the whole thing, but yeah, I mean, well, you don't have to, right? That's the thing, people. You don't have to entertain any of it. As soon as somebody says something, well, and trolling is part of every community, right? I used to be part of the homesteading community. I dabble a little bit in the trading card community, things like that. But I can tell you, this same thing, just like country rap, this same thing goes on in every community because there's trolls in every community. That's the way it goes. That's just the way it is. If it was that big of a deal, they would have a troll monitor for YouTube, and this person would do nothing but get rid of troll accounts. But you can't do that. You know, that's where YouTube thinks you're grown up enough to just swipe away, block, whatever you need to do so you don't have to deal with it or watch it anymore. It's all in how you choose to maneuver. Who did? Who called the cops? Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Well, and the thing is you got to remember, because Joe Rogan is a multi black belt martial artist, that when you become like, he's basically a weapon, right? So you got to really pick and choose when you choose to fuck somebody up, because you're technically a deadly weapon. You're trained to fucking fuck people up. So I mean, you've got to pick. You pick your battles. The same with Joe Rogan. I mean, pick your battles. Do you think that guy is going to even, come on. The guy calls himself the liver king. I mean, like, you even going to entertain that? Like, I mean, no. I mean, is he going to risk his status of where he's built and put himself? Some guy that's all drugged out and whatever. Like, no. I mean, and I know everybody's like, "Oh my God, you called the cops, doxing. Oh my God, you're a cop." There are times that like, unless you want to really do something serious, I don't know. I try not to put myself in positions that I would ever need the cops' assistance. Like, I just don't put myself in that kind of position. So, but I mean, if I seen somebody hurt alongside the road, like, am I a cop caller if I call the cops to try to get them help? Am I supposed to just look the other way and drive on? I mean, I could technically call you a cop caller, right? Because you called the cops. Like, I'll be honest, in a situation like that, if there's a lot of other people around, I'm not calling the cops because I'm assuming that somebody already did. Well, I mean, you call yourself the liver king. Right. Me personally, I mean, how do I take you seriously? Oh, Rogan. I mean, I don't know if anybody remembers that one Fear Factor where that guy went after Joe, and Joe just grabbed him up, fucking bent his ass over, and fucking wrapped his shirt around his head. I mean, the guy was like 2 seconds. The guy couldn't do shit, and Joe didn't hit him. He didn't do shit. He just fucking bent his ass over and pulled his shirt up over his head, and then the fucking show security came in. I mean, Joe Rogan's a badass. I mean, I wouldn't fuck with him. Well, yeah. I mean, what are you gonna do? You gonna go outside and fight some fucking drugged out fucking and risk everything? Like I said, and risk everything that you've built to go to jail and possibly lose sponsors, possibly lose money over some fucking drugged out guy. Like, especially when you know you can kick his ass. I mean, like, I don't know. Joe creates a lot of smoke, though. Go listen to his podcast. I mean, if everybody got mad at Joe Rogan for everything he said, oh man, there'd be a list of people out trying to kick his ass. I mean, but that again, you pick your fucking battles. Like, you don't have to listen to it. You can take it for what it is. Just words. It's just words. Remember back in the day, sticks and stones will break your bones. Words will never hurt you. They might piss you off, but there's no way that it can really hurt you. Yeah, I agree with that, Lick. But I mean, if he had to, I know he would fuck to do that. But he's gonna pick his back. Like, he's not even. Look, Joe Rogan wouldn't even get in the ring in a sanctioned match with that guy because it's just a waste of time. Well, I'm gonna spend all this time training, doing all this shit to get in a ring with a guy that likes doing drugs. Like this doesn't even make sense. It doesn't make sense. It's like, in that instance, like I was saying earlier, there is levels to shit, right? So do you drop yourself down to this guy's level way down here just to beat him up? For what? So everybody can go, well, we knew you could beat him up. What was the point? Yeah, there is no point. Well, that's the thing too. Like, you gotta really, right, in a real fight, you can really fuck somebody up, especially for the training that he has and what he knows. Cheers, Super Bob. Looks like you got a membership. Good job, buddy. Oh, he's got weed, but he ain't got a lighter. Oh no, someone light that bowl. Yeah, he's a really mature guy. I like Joe Rogan a lot. Your dad's tent, you got a ranch too? Or a membership? Yeah, I totally agree with that. That's where that whole pick your battles thing comes in. And it's like, is it really worth it? Is it really worth it in the end? Cheers, BHX. The last fight I got into, like I said, was fuck, like 10 years ago. The guy hit me with a fucking table leg and I about killed him. I had to, the state trooper said, yeah, you need to, I'm going to be back in 2 days. If you're not out of Alaska, then I'm going to go ahead and charge you with second-degree assault. I said, see ya. I don't want to fight the guy. He had a fucking table leg. I had nothing. Like, what the fuck? But what am I supposed to do when you fucking crack me upside the head with it? Yeah, I'm going to fuck you up. That's what I'm going to do. And if it wasn't for my wife, I'd have probably been burying him, unfortunately. And that's not good. I don't want to get to that point. I don't like that. I don't like that side of myself. But I'm not the type of guy that'll just want to go in and do a sparring match, or hey, let's go in and do a celebrity boxing, or let's go in and do a fun. No, no. You punch me in the face, I want to kill you. Like, I can't help that. Right? And I don't like that. I don't look at fighting like, ooh, we're going to fight. I want to make sure you don't get hurt. No, that's not. No. I look at it like you're trying to fuck me up. I'm going to do everything to fuck you up. Oh, well, fuck. Super Bob, you should go have lunch or something just to catch up a little bit. Yeah, we're built for war. That's me. I just don't like it. I don't like fighting. It's like that. I don't know how many times you know those people that are like, no, hit me first. Go ahead, hit me first. Like, dude, I will hit you first. I don't care. Like, I'll give you a free shot. Okay. You know, if I'm already in that mindset that we're fighting, I mean, I'll hit you first. I don't give a fuck. And I'll keep hitting you. And I'll keep hitting you. And I'll keep hitting you. Like, I'm at the age I just try to avoid confrontation like that. Like, I'm not trying to ever get personal with anybody like that to where they want to fight. That's crazy. Sure, maybe. I mean, maybe he's just going to end up making a good friend. Is someone he knows and been gone for a while and shit. You never know. She might show up in town. She might have a good husband or something with her in town. Who knows? I mean, but it'd be cool still to catch up. An old friend happens to be in town. She obviously wants to get together or something. She got a hold of you to let you know she's in town. Oh, they do cost, yeah. You don't need a girlfriend, though. You just, hey, she's only in town for the day or something. She's going to be leaving anyway, so. I figure catch up a little bit and see what happens. Oh, there you go. Just make sure you quarantine. Always. Always. Just quarantine. So, is anybody doing anything exciting today? Yeah, quarantine the plant, not her. I'll throw her in a little bubble and say, okay, now we're good. Now we can conversate. That's not too bad, is it, Magoo? Just get the little clampy so that way you can clamp it so that way it doesn't get a bunch of air in it. But shit, the pads just slip out and slip in, don't they? High stress train. You guys correct me here. Oh, yeah. No, I agree. My Suburban's got fucking big old tires on it, and it sucks. Even when you're off the ground a couple inches, like, fuck, man, you still gotta lug those fuckers around. So I was trying to read some dad jokes fucking last night. It's cracking me up. Don't ask me to say any because I can't fucking remember shit. But yeah, it cracked me up. Anything exciting going on? No, I'm really. On Sunday, a lot of people like to just chill on Sunday. I don't blame it. But, I mean, I chill pretty much every day. I'm just procrastinating, to be honest with you right now. I need to take a bunch of clones. My cubes finally came in, so. Mikey Bose. Cheers, brother. I feel bad for the wife. She had to work yesterday, 62, and then came home because somebody's mom's in the hospital. They got to call out. That's not a good situation. But that's my buddy's daughter. She happens to work there, but she has called in. So then my wife had to go back to work last night and work midnight to 10. So she worked 62, came home, ate a little something, smoked a little, went to bed, and then went back to work at midnight. And then she don't mind it. She don't mind working that a lot. So I can't really say nothing. It sucks. I feel, but she loves it. She makes like $25 an hour, and then she always goes into overtime. So she likes it. She don't necessarily like dealing with the people, but she's the type that just can't sit around. She can't she's got to be doing something all the time. She'll come home. I'll make her some lunch when she gets home, and then I'll put her to bed, let her take a nap for a while. People think, certain jobs are just not, I would never work there, blah, blah, blah. I can tell you right now, my wife is an assistant manager at a Subway. And you think, Subway? Like, what the fuck? I ain't fucking working this. Yeah. Everybody says that, just like McDonald's. Nobody wants to work at McDonald's. But you know what? If you're a good worker, you can go into McDonald's and you can work your way up so fast that you start making fucking good money. You do. Yeah, she does well. And right under 50 grand a year at Subway. Full medical, dental, retirement, everything. She's worked for the company going on 10 years now. After 10 years, she gets a $5,000 bonus. I mean, this company is a really good company to work for. And it's not Subway. Subway just happens to be in the store. Yeah, you're in there. And this company, it's really cool. They do what they call party goals all the time. Once you hit a certain goals and stuff like that, they pay for parties. They give out gift certificates all the time. They give out, she won Employee of the Quarter out of 12 stores. She won the Employee of the Quarter, and it was like a $500 bonus. For just doing your job, right? Just do your fucking job. But she is the type, though, that, if there's anything, if somebody calls in or something happens or things like that, she doesn't have a problem working the extra shit. Yeah, I agree. I don't talk too much about college, but I'll tell you just real quick my opinion on college. It's a waste of money. Depending. If you're going to go to college, you're going to be a doctor. Think about it. So you go to be a doctor, you go, I don't know how many years that is, 8 years or something, 4 to 8 years. And you're in that much debt. You got to work a long time before you even get out of debt, before you really start making any kind of money. Lawyer, same thing. You're going to pay, and just because you got that certificate doesn't mean you're getting a job, Thanks, Super Bob. I appreciate you, buddy. I do think it's a waste of money, though. And you know what I really thought was, since we're on that line, really pissed me off? And this will tell you a little more about my wife. Everybody was, they're giving everybody's, money back for their student loans. They were forgiving people's student loans, forgiving people's. My wife was like, fuck that. I'm not, she could have got her money back, but she said, fuck that. I went to school. They did what they said they were going to do. I fucking did what I said I was going to do. I should pay for that. Like the same with everybody else. Like if you got a student loan and you went to school and blah, 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 the school did what they were supposed to do. You shouldn't get your money back. That's just, I don't know. That's, mm. But she went to school and she was a medical transcription biller. She did the medical billing and all that shit. She's seen a lot of things in the medical side as far as insurance and billing and all that stuff. She hated. She did it for quite a while, but she did not like it. She's seen how corrupt the system was and how people get cheated and things like that. And she's not into that. She did not like that. And she quit. She would rather work as an assistant manager at Subway than to work somewhere where she got a degree in. And she paid cash. She paid all the money. She didn't get any of her money back. I personally think trade schools. If you can go and you can go somewhere, you can get an education and learn a trade at the same time. Damn, you're going to be ahead of the game. You really are. I think Job Corps is a great program. I was in Job Corps when I was a kid. I fucked it up. Got kicked out for drinking, but realistically, looking back at it now, I mean, 1 week I was doing school, the next week you work in your trade. 1 week, you switch back and forth. And not only are you getting your education as far as your diploma, but then you're also leaving with your diploma and you're leaving with the certificate of completion of whatever trade or whatever you did. And they help you place into a job. I mean, that's a win-win. True story. When he does it in a lab, it's chemistry. When he does it in the garage, it's a felony. uh, I mean, I don't want to say that college is completely a scam because I don't want to, if you want to go to college and you're okay with spending the money and you're, like anything in life, right? If you make a deal with somebody to purchase something, whether it's an education or it's a fucking pair of flip-flops, once you make that deal, stick with your deal as long as everything's what it said it's supposed to be and what it is. I mean, and you're happy at the end of the day. I mean, hey, you might not be happy at the end of the day, but hey, you made that choice and you got to follow through with it. And, like making a deal with somebody, like making an agreement, following through with what you say you're going to do. I hate it. Like, how many times I tell somebody I'm going to do something and then I get to the point where I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I agreed to fuck it. But I have to do it because I said I would. I have to follow through, And I know shit happens, things come up, but don't try to avoid somebody or don't try to, find a way out of it or try to blame somebody else why you're not following, like own up to your shit and just follow through with what you say. Something comes up, talk to the person. Most people are really understanding about like, oh shit, because they know shit comes out. Sure, Nancy, I'll take a nurse with a GED. You know why? What is it in school other than some reading, math, and English? Does that nurse really, what is she using from that school other than English, some grammar, which is all English. That's math and reading, which reading is normally in English too. I mean, so There's only a couple things you really need to know in life that comes from school, because most of your experiences are going to come in real life experiences. So would I take a nurse with a GED? Absolutely. Absolutely. I really enjoyed Job Corps. Like I said, I fucked it up for myself. I can't blame it on nobody but myself. I was locked up as a juvenile for 2 years, and I got to move out of the juvenile prison into a group home, which was part of the probation department with Job Corps. So I was able to move into the group home and then move into Job Corps. I fucked it up. You know, they don't really like weed, and I didn't get caught for selling the weed, thank God. Yeah, but what's the true definition of a real education? What's a real education? I mean, what you think is education might not be education to me. You know, uh, somebody trying to convince me in school that a boy can have babies isn't education to me. That is false information. That is the opposite of education. You know, like the things they teach in school nowadays. Milky prostates. Uh, yeah, I don't even give a shit. If I had to pay my rent, pay my bills, and I had to do dishes, guess what? I'd be doing dishes. You know, like, um, that's me too. I learned better hands on. Yeah, yeah, I mean, you know, clean about. I mean, I would do whatever it took if I had to. I said I'll go sell Outlaws TV. But I was one of them kids that had a paper route back when there were still paper routes, right? Uh, God, how old was I? I was only like, I think 13 or 14, maybe. And I had a paper route. I mean, you think about that now, that's a crazy thing for a young kid to be doing. Walking around delivering papers, happen to go to these grown ups' houses, strangers, ask them for money to pay their bill. Like, I don't even think they would give the kid a job like that nowadays. I don't think they would give a paper route to a kid nowadays. I still remember my first fucking money I got from paper route, and then I got to keep. I went and bought me a box of baseball cards. Yeah, I had a paper route. Yeah, it was in the 90s. I'm pretty sure it was 90s. Yeah, it was in the 90s. Yep, I had to take part of my money that I made and buy my own shit, or otherwise, the clothes I was gonna get, I would have got picked on at school. Like, like, you want to go to the Goodwill and get clothes, or do you want to use your own money and get clothes? Well, guess what? But that was good back in the day. That was learning good responsibility. I mean, the paper route was crazy, right? Because you collect all that money, so you got all this money in your hand as a kid. And now, though, you've got to be the responsible one. And when you get your bill from the newspaper company, you've got to pay your bill to the newspaper company. I mean, and so it was a big responsibility to learn not only to do the job, but then to collect the money and then, you know, add it all up and then pay the bill. And I mean, that's a big thing for a 14-year-old to be doing, you know? Oh, yeah. That sounds like a challenge. Can you get on my property without even getting hurt? Hmm. I did too. I mean, it was, you know, as a kid, you're like, oh, God, I like money. Gotta go to work. Gotta go. But even as an adult, there's a lot of things you're just like, oh, I don't want to do. Da, da, da. And then you start doing it, and you're like, damn, I'm glad I started doing this. You know, I'm glad it, you know, dang, Bob. Yeah, that was back when they would rent to a 16-year-old, though. They didn't give a shit. You know, things were different back then. These are a lot different nowadays. And I have a hard time with it. The way I grew up and the way I was taught to do things and everything like that is like the opposite of the way people do things now. And I have a really hard time with it. I don't do well in huge groups of people and things like that because of it. It drives me nuts watching and hearing. I have post-traumatic stress disorder anyway. So being in large groups of people, I'm always fucking on alert. I'm always watching. I'm always looking. I can hear people talking. I can fucking, so for being in public for me is a really hard thing. But then look, when you hear what people are saying, and you're just like, oh my God, these people are fucking insane. They're fucking nuts. I gotta get the fuck out of here. Like, this isn't my place. Then, yeah, I didn't have my first kid until I was 24. God, I was too scared. Most of my, you know, growing up, I was too scared to have a kid. Like, I felt like I was a kid myself. There's no way that, you know, I like to party. You know, like, there's no way I want to have a kid right now. Like, yeah. Well, and I mean, what they call bullying now was just making you tougher before, which made you a tough, you know, which made you that person like, yeah, somebody says something, you're like, what? You know, like, you can't, that's the best you can do? Like, you know what I mean? Like, but nowadays people are like, what do you mean you don't like my shoes? No, no, you're mean. You know, everybody should block him because he don't like the color of my shoes. Like, that's just an opinion. It's just an opinion. You know, I know you didn't ask for my opinion, but if you're showing off your shoes, why can't I say, I don't really like the color of those? without you getting upset. Don't want to block me, call me a hater, call me a troll, call me all these things because I have an opinion. You're going online because you want people to see you and you want people to respond to you and you want people to comment and you want people, but you're not always going to get the warm, cuddly feeling that you think you're going to get. It's just, that doesn't work. It's not the real world. Oh, detangling corn. Fuck. Yeah, that's a Tech 9 song. I know that song. Oh, they're in the room saying fuck everybody but me. But me. Go to the principal's office. Speaking of school and shit. I mean, I say don't go out of your way to try to hurt people's feelings. I mean, it's only bullying if you know that it, you know, like, and you're on it all the time. Like, you're on the person, on the person, on the person. You just never leave them alone, never leave them alone. And you just fucking, and then you get other people to do it. Can that be considered bullying? Sure. But if you go on there and be like, dude, your plants suck. I'm not into it. I don't like the way you grow. That's not me being a bully. That's just me giving you my opinion. Yeah, can you block me so that way you never see my opinion again because you didn't ask for it or whatever you know, like, sure. Or you can take my comment and go, well, what is it that you don't like? And then maybe you can get a little bit of information that you didn't even know about that you can look into. And then you realize that, ooh, I can do better. You know, that guy wasn't being a bully or a troll. The way he said it may not have been what I liked, but what he said was correct. You know? Oh shit! I'm missing levels. Well, good luck talking over there. You ain't giving opinions or you can't say nothing over there. I mean, and that's unfortunate, you know. He thinks that I was trying to troll him by coming in with other accounts. But I'll be honest with you, as of right now, how I'm feeling about YouTube, I would rather watch fucking levels and that crap and laugh and have a good time than listen to somebody nitpick and just go on and on and on and on about fucking how fucked up somebody is. Like, I don't, like, we know they're fucked up. We've known they're fucked up for a long time, but I don't need to talk about it all the time. I don't. I'd rather watch levels and laugh and have a good time than, even though I can't chat, than to, I just don't want to do the negative shit anymore. I don't care. Oh, PD's not a troll. I love that though. Like, oh, you're just such a hater. Like, I guess I'm a hater because I really don't like how you're growing. Like, because that's all I'm here for. I'm about the plants. Like, you want to, I mean, if you're really genuinely happy at the end of the day with what you're doing and what you're growing, then fuck what anybody else has to say. It doesn't matter what nobody else says. You know, you're happy already. If you're getting upset with what somebody's saying, then maybe you're not happy yet. Maybe you're really not happy with what you're doing. Because otherwise you'd be like, who cares what he says? Look what I'm doing. Like, tacos. Damn, I want some tacos. That sounds good. Oh, I should probably go close my tent. People talk about light leaks and shit. My light went off at 8 o'clock. Tent's wide open right now. Like, I don't worry about terms like that. I put this, I got a little DQ humidifier put in the tent because at nighttime it was jumping up to 80. You know, when the lights are off, it would jump up to 80% humidity. But I don't think that humidifier is going to work. I think it's just too small. I mean, it's really hard. I mean, you got a tent full of plants that are all transpiring constantly. I mean, like, it's hard to control that. And I mean, normally I don't have a problem. I just, for some reason, this year has been really fucking humid. I'll be right back. Thought about. I don't have a lot. I only have very little amount of the super buff cherry seeds that I have made. But I was thinking about maybe doing an auction on a pack or two of them, if anybody is interested. And the only reason why I do it as an auction is because I don't have enough. If I had enough to fucking just everybody can get some, then I would do that. But I'll be honest with you, I really don't want to get rid of them. But I would. I mean, if people are going to support the channel and do shit like that, I'll auction off some beans. Well, if he's got a taco truck and he's trying to make tacos, I mean, he's probably listening. I'd make money. But that's the thing, like I was just talking about, though, Outlaw. That's where that whole sticks and stones. If you want to leave, you just walk away, whether he's still talking or not. Just go do your thing. It shouldn't be hard to leave. But he doesn't want you to leave. He wants to keep busting your balls. But it's going to be all in how you take it, right? That's why it's funny with Upchurch, because Upchurch will, like, when Justin Time was making comments and doing his dissing videos and things like that towards Upchurch, Upchurch didn't go to Just in Time and say stuff about Just in Time and make fun of Just in Time. He went harder on Adam Calhoun. Why did he go harder on Adam Calhoun? Because he got a reaction from Adam Calhoun. Just in Time wouldn't give Upchurch a reaction that he's looking for. Same thing. It was like being in school. I used to be the class clown in school. So I would whisper shit like, you say something to somebody and they're like, hey, shut the fuck up. And you keep doing it, right? The teacher doesn't hear me doing shit. But then that guy loses his shit in class and fucking yells and screams and blah, 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 blah. And the whole class is laughing at him and blah, blah, like, I win. He gets in trouble for disrupting the class. Everybody got a good laugh. Was it the right thing to do? Probably not. But I mean, I was a kid and it was fucking school. I had a hard time paying attention in class, ADHD and fucking, all that shit. Like, I couldn't just sit in a class and not do nothing. All right, Super Bob, have a good day, buddy. Oh, okay. If I see him before you, I'll let him know, Bob. Appreciate you, buddy. But with that, I hope maybe, something I said today resonates with some people. I don't think we need to, I'm not saying we need to go around here fluffing each other but maybe we got to understand how some of us grew up. We can't take that same approach nowadays, which is crazy, right? I'm always going to be myself, but I'm going to try to taper it down a little bit so it's not so fucking harsh, because people can't take that, But at this point, there's not too many channels I can go to. So if you're listening and you got me blocked, unblock me. I'm not trying to mess with your livelihood or nothing. I'm not trying to do all that. I want to help people learn how to grow, and I don't care about all the other dumb shit. For the most part, not to say that I won't mention it or I won't say, because that's just human nature. I'll never say never, because never is a long time. Just like I don't like to promise things, because shit happens, and the last thing I want to do is have to break a promise, because to me, I've always been broke. So the only thing I've ever really had is my word. So that's a big thing for me. Thanks, Lit. Appreciate you. Lori, what and I appreciate all of you. I appreciate the trolls. I appreciate the people that don't talk. I appreciate the people that just come through for a minute. I appreciate the people that donate. I appreciate the people that don't donate. This is just, let's see. Let's see what kind of, can a cannabis channel make money? Can they? I got over 1,000 subscribers. I was talking with somebody and they're like, you should just do it just to see. And, there are some strict rules that I got to follow, which, whatever. And the only reason why I have to really, this is the messed up thing, I really have to follow these guidelines really super strict, because there are some people that are watching right now that are trying to find a way to make it so I'm not monetized. And I know that. I know there's people that are ready to nail me with whatever they can to try to get my channel messed up. That's one of those things. They're not in front of me face to face, so they're going to try to do something to hurt me in a way that they think they're hurting me. Thank you, Laurie. I appreciate you. So I'm going to start working on those videos, like I said, for the members. I'll start trying to do little things for the members, for you know, the membership videos. Yeah, I got fat fingers like that. Oh, I appreciate you, Lori. Like I said, that's kind of why I want to do some of those membership videos. That way, the people that are members and they don't have a lot of time, shit like that, that they have, they can kind of feel like they're getting a little something, that they can check out later or something. Not that I'm trying to like, oh, I've got to hide it from everybody else. Like I hate to do that, but at the same time, if you know, I got to try to give some kind of value for the people that do want to support. I mean, I know people understand that. So, but I do appreciate everybody, even if you don't become a member or you don't. I mean, I understand. I've been the guy that don't have the money to do that. I've been on the other side also and done that and felt like I didn't get value out of it. So, I understand both sides of it. But with that being said, I hate to leave 27 people just sitting here, but I do got to go. I got to go do some watering and I got to get some lunch going for the wife. So that way when she's home, she can get something. She don't have to come home and make something to eat before she takes a nap. She can just eat and then take a nap. I'm trying to be a better house bitch too, if that makes sense. All right, everybody. I appreciate you. Thank you all very, very much. I'm absolutely humbled by all the support. Uh, Money or no money, support is support. I get it, and I appreciate all you guys. I will talk to you later. And to all the members, thank you very much. And I will work on a members videos. Y'all have a good day and be positive. Stay moist. Cheers, everybody. Peace.